Thank you, Steve. Good morning to everybody. It is on my behalf of the National Association of Concessionaires, I would like to welcome you to CinemaCon in this morning's very special event. My name, as Steve said, is Jeff Scadilla. I'm the Vice President of Special Markets for the Promotion Motion Companies and the current President of NAC. As I am in my final few months of my term as President, I can truly say that this is one of the true highlights of my last 2 years and being able to bestow this award upon the recipient of the Bert Nathan Award. But first, there's a few things I want to tell you about. The annual NAC Concession Hospitality and Expo is coming up this July 20th through the 24th at the Hyatt Regency in Cincinnati. If you've not already registered or made travel hotel arrangements, I recommend that you do so. We have a full slate of education, business, and networking events on tap, and we'll be thrilled to have you join us. We will also have a booth at 1030 in Forum, so we ask you to stop by as well. Also, on Wednesday at 3:30 p.m., NAC and NATO are proud to present the how-to guide for compliance with FDA menu labeling regulations. This session will take place in Ballroom 3. But now let's move on to the real reason why I'm here, the Bert Nathan Memorial Award. Annual designated, this award is designated to an active involvement in NAC, providing positive leadership, direction, significant contributions to the development and professionalism of concession industry, with significant accomplishments and longevity to the theater concession industry, current active involvement in concessions at the executive level. Adam Gottlieb, this year's recipient, ACS EVP Sales of Procurement and Continental Concession Supplies, joins a long list of exceptional and talented and generous past honorees. Adam was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1972. In 1977, at the age of 5, he moved to Wantagh, New York. He graduated from Wantagh High School in 1990 and attended Hofstra University. He then went out to California, where he quickly found out that he could do pretty well in sales. Adam began his sales career working for Circuit City in Thousand Oaks. As a small electronics computer salesperson at Circuit City, he worked also at Nobody Beats the Wiz as a sales manager and then general manager. While working at the Wiz, Adam met Aaron Slonim, the owner of CCSI, and about 4 years later he came to work for the company. At this time, CCSI was a small regional distributor with one location. Adam currently serves as Executive Vice President of Sales and Procurement at CCSI and will celebrate his 17th anniversary with the company. In his time at CCSI, Adam has done it all, from picking orders, loading boxes on trucks, routing trucks, making deliveries himself, meeting with CEOs of the largest customers, and everything in between. He is a very proud veteran sales team that has assembled over the years. Adam remains very involved on the sales front in both the theater, stadium, and specialty markets, and brings that knowledge and expertise to help customers in both segments create, maintain successful menus and planograms for all the segments he's involved in. Adam began his participation in NAC in 2004 by sponsoring the Al-Lapidus Golf Tournament and has been a member since 2005. He currently serves on the Executive Committee, the Board of Directors, and is also on the Al-Lapidus Golf Tournament Committee. He has been an active sponsor of annual conventions, regional seminar series on the Al-Lapidus Golf Committee and NAC website. Adam received his ACS accreditation in December of 2010. In 2014, Adam was named the co-recipient of the inaugural Crystal Lurie Scholar Membership Award, along with Tish Hardick of Great Western Products. This annual award is presented to an NAC member who sponsors the most new members during that current year. He has sponsored over 20 members since his career with the NAC. Adam and his wife Lori still live in Wantagh, where Lori is also originally from. They have 3 children, Aaron 19, a freshman at Florida State University, Alexa 11, and Addison 6. On behalf of the leadership and the membership of the National Association of Concessionaires, his friends and family who are here today, it is my pleasure to present the 2015 Bert Nathan Award to Mr. Adam Gottlieb.
Thank you. Those of you who know me are very aware that early morning breakfast and me in Las Vegas are not really a match made in heaven. In fact, last year's breakfast, when Tim Farha won the Bert Nathan Award, may have been the only time I've ever actually been to a breakfast in Las Vegas. And I know for sure it was the first time I was ever at the breakfast where they give out the Bert Nathan Award. And for whatever reason, I really don't remember being there. So I had to ask a few former winners what I needed to say in this speech. Libby Morrow, he said, "Just keep it short and sweet like me." Tim Farha said, "Just throw some candy out to the audience and don't care what you have to say after that." It's not exactly what I'm going for this morning, but Tim, you know I've done it many times before and it works. Jeff Cedillo had the best advice. He told me to just get up here and thank some people. So I want to thank the NAC membership for nominating me for the Bert Nathan Award and the past winners for voting to award it to me. I want to thank my wife of 14 years, Lori, for not only putting up with me, but for taking care of my kids, my house, our finances, and everything else while I travel the country to spend time with you guys. She thinks every business trip I take is a vacation, and we all know most of them aren't. But I'm not going to lie, some of these trips are very cool, and it's you guys that make the trips worth going on. Lori's back in New York watching via FaceTime right now. So, hi Lori. I miss you. But now get back to teaching those first graders and stop wasting time watching me. I want to thank my son Aaron, a freshman at Florida State University, who works in a local theater back in New York whenever he comes home. Thanks to Deb, Mark, and Susan from Belmont Capital for hiring him. I want to thank my daughter, my 11-year-old daughter Alexa, a competitive dancer and a really wonderful human being, and my 6-year-old daughter Addison. Addison looks like me, and more importantly, seems to have my personality. I love her personality the way it is, but the rest of the world may be in trouble in about 10 or 15 years. Without the support of Lori, Aaron, Alexa, and Addison, there's no way I'd be able to do what I do for CCSI or NAC. Thanks to my parents, Fern and Lori Miller, who are here today. They not only raised me, but they're two of the greatest grandparents out there. If you guys think work with me on a regular basis is tough, these two put up with a lot more aggravation for me over the years than any of you ever will. They deserve a hand for all they did over the years for me and what they do for me every day. I want to thank Aaron Sloan, the owner of CCSI, for hiring me 17 years ago and for allowing me to do what I do for NAC in the industry. And I want to thank my sales team, most of whom are sitting right over there. Without them, there's no way I can have the time to do what I do with NAC. So thank you, Jill King, Dave Reeling, David Bowles, Barney Leisky, Ron Naslin, and also Joe Caradonna, our VP of Operations. There are a lot of you sitting out in the audience whom I should probably thank publicly for what you've done for me over the years. But for fear of leaving someone out, I think it's better I talk a little about what NAC and what they're doing for our industry. The NAC Government Relations Committee, led by Don Lear of the Hershey Company, is actively helping to fight sugary drink taxes, cup size restrictions for sugary drinks, and various regulations about what can and can't be sold at concession stands in municipalities around the country. The NAC has teamed up with Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, the Vending Association, and the National Beverage Association to strengthen both our and their positions on those proposed governmental regulations and others. The NAC Educational Committee, led by Larry Etter, is now holding ECM and CCM certification classes not only around the country, but around the world. They're helping to make our industry better, stronger, and more profitable by offering classes and concession training seminars. We're holding Building the Experience classes to help make our staffs more attentive to what it means to give our guests the best experience possible when they're in our venues, so they will hopefully come back and enjoy their time with us again. A few years ago, the NAC took over running the Al Saturday CinemaCon, and the proceeds from that event are used to provide scholarships to the Variety Boys and Girls Club for deserving students who most likely others wouldn't be able to enjoy the college experience. We also make donations to the Will Rogers Motion Pictures Pioneers Foundation and the NAC Educational Fund. NAC is doing a lot to help and support our industry in a variety of ways that affect all of us. If you're not a member, you should join. NAC would welcome your membership and your involvement with the organization. Thanks again for awarding me the 2015 Bert Nathan Award. I'm honored and humbled to be mentioned in the same group of industry leaders who have received this award before me, many of whom I've looked up to for